Well, it appears that we're returning back to the world of quarter-century Stampede. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And yes, Kong's just did their restock a couple of days ago on this. There's a lot of stuff available still from these quarter-century sets that you guys might want to check out. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase on anything that you are going to want from this restock. Pretty big stuff, if I do say so myself. So I have a couple of, I want to say, off of the wall abnormalities here. First of all, good old Battery Man Solar. On normal or special, of course, it gets to Foolish Burial, a Thunder Monster from the deck. And then if a Thunder Monster is normal or special, you get to make a Battery Man token. And then you can target a Thunder or Effect Monster you control in your graveyard whose original name includes Battery Man. And until the end of this card, or this turn, this card's name becomes that monster's original name. To be honest with you, you're never using that level of effect, but you were using this to Foolish Burial, and then you're using this to make a token back in the day with the Thunder stuff. Well, lo and behold, over the last couple of days, you've just had a couple of movements from this, and I still kind of question why Battery Man Solar is being this topic being tossed around right now, but I also see you can get some French ones here for $6 a piece. So the other good news with this card is, I mean, like, you can come down here to the commons. They're 30 cents a piece. It is what it is. So interesting, you know, it's one of those niche off-the-wall cards you're just like, huh. Okay, number 3, Sinkata King. You have seen this card popping up probably a lot because of Genesis format. If the battle position of this card has changed, especially summon an insect from the hand or grave, we don't care about that. But when a monster on the field activates effect, detach a material from this card to target that monster and negate its effects. Ah, yes, the targeting negation. The thing that, you know, we love so much about certain cards. But you know, this is about a $3 card right now, which, unfortunately, if you're looking to play anything in, you know, this department, I mean, you're going to be spending about $3 on this anyway. So interesting to see. Also, got to give a quick shout here to Dekoichi. Quarter centuries are 51 listings at $9 a piece. But Hobby Leagues, still kind of floating around. DR3's nice 6 listings. The only reason why I chose to toss this in here was just a little humor for this. And I owe you guys, I told you we're tossing a random PSA thing. For those of you that are curious, you know what the Uriah goes for. PSA 10 goes for $485. I mean, it's a beautiful card, especially for, you know, the text and things that they've got going for that. I really do love that. Now, quarter-century Stampede. You know, how has time, you know, treated this set? You know, we've seen Blazing Cartesia, Aluber, Albaz. You know, those have been the 4 big cards that typically explode around when you're looking at this style of set. And I mean, it's kind of crazy. So you can get 12 booster packs for $68, or you can get another 12 for $70, or a whole box for $125. Okay, there's your Blazing Cartesias for $99. Not surprised about that. Your Called by the Graves, well, $74 on up to $85. Still not the prettiest picture in the world, but I mean, we can work with it. Nibiru's $75. I see you can get a German here for $70. Really wish I could see the name on it. Effect Veilers down to 51s, actually. That's kind of a crazy drop. Feed Ashes have very much settled down to 49s. Incredible Ecclesias, 47s. The Diabell Stars, which was, you know, formerly one of the most expensive cards, coming in at 49. Maxis, you're down to about 45. Albaz is still riding the line at 39, which is actually not bad. Dragon Master Magia Platinums are still $45. I think I'm more surprised about that. Zeus's 40s now. Your Shaddoll Fusions still on buyout status. But once again, I mean, we still are waiting on some pretty big Shaddoll reveals. So, I mean, and plus, Draco Tail is playing this currently in Genesis. So I understand why, you know, this card's starting to move around a little bit. $38 on the Blue Eyes. Looks like the Alubers, 32s. Dark Magician Girls dropped down to about 4. It's kind of interesting. Dust Shoots are 39s. Your Rays are about 44s. Your listings are starting to get low on these. You are experiencing some, kind of upticks on this, which is not surprising. Lightning Storms 36s. Dropping down from the Platinum to the PCR, though, these are $35 a piece. That is a pretty drastic tank dropping. And then, the Ultimate actually synchronizes with the PCR. So your two lowest rarities come in about 35s, which is interesting. Wave King Kaiser still remains $30. This Blue Eyes, 25. They literally did every single Blue Eyes art that they could possibly toss around out here. In this set is, one of these rarities. God, Dimensional Barriers are 25s. I do see Dark Magician Arcanas are 24s. This one's almost worth picking up for the long term, just to kind of think about here. Sage with Good Old Eyes of Blue, 26s. It's actually not bad. Fuas, hey, we do know that the reprint's going to probably tank this down further, but 24s right now, which I don't think is absolutely terrible. And then $20 on the PCRs. It's crazy because I think the PCR looks so good. Extravs are 22s. That's actually pretty crazy to see too. Exciton Knights are shockingly about 23s. This card actually has some decent value stuff, but you basically have to access, like, 2 4s still get you into full combo off of this. So that's kind of an important thing to think about here. The old Oviraptors, 22s. Wow. Roll Oppressions are $20. That one, and the Metamorphosis are 20s. Wow. That's kind of crazy to think about. That, those are that cheap. Okay. Poor Masterpiece is $12. It's just a prank, bro. Good old pantheism. I do see you are, once this one cheap listing's on, you're about $24. QCRs are alright. Chaos Max is held at 19. To be fair, though, if you are looking at playing anything in the department of this, you kind of do need that. It does look like Dark Magician, the 9th art, $20. Your Winged Dragon Raw is down to 20 as well. That's kind of crazy. This has a lot of listings. Thing is, the Raw's actually playable. Like, I've seen a couple of Joke Odeon lists. At least, were trying to play the Winged Dragon Raw, and whether or not, they were very successful was another story, but you were able to play it. It was not an unplayable force. Obelisk the Tormentor down to $17. I guess, your hype for the gods is not what it used to be, which is not a sad thing, to say the least. Quarter Century Delinquendos, 18s. Wow, Ogres are... It's crazy to me that Ogres are $16 because the Ultimate Rares used to be $120. So that's such a drastic drop-off. The Chicken Eggling Blue Eyes is a $14 QCR. That's a major drop. Your Black Rose is repopulated. You guys remember about a week ago this card was going crazy. Yeah, you're down to 15 now. Garunix is still on buyout. Huh. This is strange to me, but I guess people are just going to look at this and go, okay, it's value, I guess. Red Eyes is $12. Buster Blader's 15. Okay. Your Baby Sarasaurus is at $15. That's kind of interesting. Surprisingly enough, the Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon here, these are $12. I figured these would be more expensive because, we do have the upcoming support for Rocket, but I guess players just don't want to go crazy about that. It's understandable, actually. I don't hate that argument. Fountains are 17, listings at $14. Access Code Talkers. It's crazy to me that Access Code Talker dipped down to $10 a card. Infinities, $12. It's kind of to be expected, I feel like. Platinum Ash. This is our first Platinum hitting the $10 mark. Actually, it's your first off-the-wall rarity besides the Mulcharmies. Windows coming in at 10s for the alts. I'd love to see, some sort of impact on that. There's your Mageline. Magelines are also bought out. Huh. I didn't expect to see that. These are 20s on up to 22s. What's our sell data on this? It looks like nothing recently, but that's kind of interesting. So, as you can kind of tell, this set is a mess. There's a lot of things bouncing around for sure, to say the least. And staying on top and being educated is what we do. So please, Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.